Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Is our screen in the way?
No, it looks good.
Well, we're just trying to prepare ourselves. How was sunny Albuquerque?
I think we hit 90 today.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So
It was warm here today too, but we were supposed to hit about 80, 90. I don't think it did. It felt kind of humid and overcast.
oh, okay. No, I kind of want to know, how did it go from like 50s to 90 in a week? So
Are you sitting on a trampoline?
no, that's just behind me.
Okay.
So
Outdoors is quiet,
we
right?
we have an outdoor set that's in front of the trampoline.
Nice. That's awesome.
So I have to get out of the house to escape other people.
Oh
Yeah, are you going in at all, or is everything from home?
No, it's all from home.
Yeah.
So
When does it change? You know?
they just extended it at least through the 15th of May. So I guess we'll see.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, guys.
Connecting. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, were you on last week?
Was I what? Yeah, I was on last week.
Did you have blonde tips last week?
Yeah.
Oh, I had blonde tips, yeah.
Okay, my bad.
It's all good.
My son was he was front squatting 341 pounds yesterday, so I posted on social media. And one of our friends, I put in a post that said something like I'd never done before and I will never do. And then one of my good friends saw that he was in French braided hair. He goes, "You mean wear French braids or squat?" And I go, "Well, back in the 30s, I was actually a long-haired kid. I was a long-haired dad of 4 children. I'm all clean cut. I even shaved today for you guys."
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. Hey, Kelsey.
Hi.
What's for dinner?
Chicken, edamame, and for dessert, it's yogurt with strawberries and chia seeds.
Your dessert's much better. Mine was just a frozen brownie mix on a spoon.
And some water.
Oh.
Water. Yeah.
Well, look, your water's a little dirty.
My what?
Your water's a little dirty over there.
What's dirty?
No.
Oh, my water? I know. It's a little
It's like a
yellow.
Is that Emily up there? I see your ceiling. Maybe.
Maybe not.
Hey, beautiful. Hi. So let's do this. We're all here, I think. Do you know if Austin's gonna pop in? No?
I don't know.
Let's start. How's everybody's week going so far? Thumbs up. We've heard Mark. He's just playing on the trampoline in the backyard. All these challenges. Today, Christine spent about 6 hours proofreading a Shark Tank application for me.
I think it was like 8 hours.
It's brutal. And
At least 7.5.
So we will see. They asked me to apply last year and then turned me down, and they asked me to apply again this year, and we'll see where it goes. Better days forward. There's Emily screaming.
Is that for your
That's awesome. I know.
Yeah, it's for the pillow companies and sleep products. So we'll see.
Is that for your pillow business?
It is, yeah. I submitted again in January, and I passed the phone interview, and now the hard part is the 40-page application. It's harder, I think, for Christine because she has to decipher my bad grammar. So
It takes time.
let's do this.
Sorry, I'm just interrupting. I'm making I don't know how to turn this down. Can you hear there's a movie going on in the background? Can I turn the tape? I don't know if I can turn it around. So I'm making popcorn with a whirly pop.
Oh,
Have
nice.
you ever had one of those? So that's why I had you on mute, or myself on mute, because it's
Awesome. It was popular.
really loud. So
Well,
here.
Emily, because you're
Yes.
new, I know some faces know you, but Brandon doesn't. Tell 30 seconds who you are.
Hi, Brandon. I don't know who Brandon is, but hi, Brandon, wherever you are. I'm Emily, and what else what do you want me to say?
Where do you
I've got three. I have where I live outside of Boulder. I live in Superior. And let's see, I have 3 kids. My husband's David. My boys are at Fairview High School. They just got off a football call, and they're a junior and a freshman, about to be a senior and a sophomore. Ugh. And I have a little girl who's 11, who's in 5th grade. And I work part-time in addition to Shackley, part-time for ServPro, which is kind of weird that I do that. And actually David might be working for them. I don't know. They're recruiting him really hard. So we'll see what happens, but it's a great place to work too. So
awesome.
That's
Well,
me.
Brandon, give your 30 seconds so Emily knows, and remind Mark who you are.
All right, I'm Brandon. I'm a personal trainer. Kelsey's getting me on board with the Shackley stuff. So I've been talking to these guys for a few weeks now, but I work in the Denver Tech Center at Club Greenwood. Sorry, went dark going up and down the stairs. And yeah, so I'm kind of excited for something new. And I mean, I've heard a lot of success stories from everybody else. So kind of just want to join the team.
Awesome. Well,
Awesome.
we'll have to get you a black and gold shirt since.
Oh,
I know.
awesome.
I was gonna say, is that a Rams shirt? I see.
Oh, hold on now. That's the case. I'm backing up right now, man. There's no Rams always.
We met
Oh my gosh.
100 years ago when she was a freshman at CU, and you know our son's a linebacker at CU, so we'll give you a hard time, and then if it comes to fruition in August, we'll make a bet for that first game. Let's do this.
I'm up for it.
Awesome. Let's do this. Let's share our screen, and Christine's. Hopefully, I don't share you guys' sales figures this week. Do I actually share the right screen? Does it say work from home?
Yes.
Awesome. Christine.
Okay, sweet. How do I? Well, this was something, it's kind of cool. I actually got to chat with Emily, like you and I chatted a little bit about this last week. And even I know Kelsey got to hear a guy yesterday, Brian Biro, talk about just breakthroughs and mindset. And I feel like this is where in any line of work, we can just get stuck in a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. So, I mean, I love that we get to talk about things Shackley, but also things that just as a business entrepreneur, like how does it make a difference in our lives, in our business, and our growth? How do you go to the next? Oh, okay. So some of you guys have seen this. These are two heads. One's growth mindset and fixed mindset. And I'll just like chat off in case you can't see this, some of the what's said on the screen. But a fixed mindset is you kind of from the beginning, you think that, you know, how you were born, either you're a born singer or you're not. Like you just can't learn anything new. And there's a ceiling to what you can do. And failure definitely defines you. It limits, you feel like it's the limit of your abilities. You either think I'm good at it or I'm not. There's no in between. So it's really black and gray for you.
Black and white.
Black and white. There's no gray. Yeah, thanks. And you feel like your potential is predetermined. Like it's in the cards or it's not. And there's just no room to grow. And I can think about when I was in a fixed mindset, it's just when you're frustrated, you just want to give up. There's no point in pushing forward. Feedback is really, really difficult because it's showing the failures and you don't want to, you're defined by those failures. And you just want to stick to what you know because you don't want to be exposed for what you don't know. And it's scary. And there's a lot of fear, I feel like, that really mixes in with this mindset. And then the growth mindset, obviously, is just the other spectrum where you are like, you know what, maybe I wasn't a born singer, but I'm going to learn how to sing. You know, there's just room for growth. Failure is an opportunity to grow. You truly believe in this mindset that I can learn anything. I can skill up. I've got what it takes. I can make it happen. Instead of fear or failure defining you, you see it as totally an opportunity to grow and a challenge. Feedback is completely constructive. It doesn't halt you in your tracks. It doesn't put you down. and you're someone that you're inspired by the success of others, and you want to try new things. You're challenged by that. So looking at the next.
Well, I'm 100%. There should be two things. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Change your thoughts, and this will change. I can't see the screen. Change your results, and negative thoughts create 100% negative results. I'm 100% confident if you live in a growth mindset, your business will grow. But then there's one caveat. Those that have negative mindsets will constantly put you down. They'll put you down as you're a workaholic, you're in love with money, you're in love with success. They will always put you down. Fixed mindset people always are looking to create a community of other fixed mindset people around them. Growth mindset people step out of that, they break that, and that is threatening to people that are in a fixed mindset. So if you're married to a fixed mindset, or you're a coworker with a mindset, or a business partner with a mindset, one person believes that, hey, I can push the gas pedal. The other person's like, no, let's always hit the brakes. I've experienced it personally. We've done it to each other in our marriage, where we've really shifted into a growth mindset. We find ourselves arguing less because there's no victim mentality like, well, we're just stuck, and you're just the way you are, and I'm just the way I am. Actually moving into the growth mindset for both of us. And there was a period of time where it was challenging, and we had to make that decision to say, we're going to both do it. And then our marriage is thriving. And then our business began thriving. Sorry, that was my side caveat.
That's okay. That's good. And I think what you might see is there's an underlying risk that you're willing to take for an opportunity to grow. And I want to ask you guys a couple questions here. Yeah. What would you say personally? What fixed mindset, what word, or maybe that's something that came in your mind is keeping your business from growing? If you're just starting in your Shaklee business, maybe Brandy, you don't know that yet, but even just personally in your personal training business, there is. But for all of us, what fixed mindset is keeping you growing in your business? What comes to mind?
I mean, I would say some change. I mean, if you're not used to doing something, new, it's probably just change. It's kind of making you hesitant a little bit, but I feel like I'm behind good people. So, other than that, that's what I would say.
I know I was talking to, when I think I mentioned to you guys when I got my personal coach, training coach, business coach 2 years ago, my biggest fear was failing. And I didn't want to fail. I hated failing. I hated failing in athletics or whatever. I was highly competitive. I probably still am. But I didn't like to fail. And so and sometimes that failing would really make me stuck. It really would be stuck, because then I would fear, like, even calling people and talking about growing my business and going, wow, what if they say no, or what if they say something and I look stupid? I just didn't want it. I didn't want that to happen. So that kept me from growth. The results was I just didn't do it. It kept me out of action.
Mark, Emily, or Kelsey, are there any fixed mindset little fingers in there that are keeping your business from growing?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm like, yeah. Hi, Mark.
Hey.
I probably have like a lot that I need to, that I just started working through some stuff today, like more seriously. And in conjunction with this book, addressing just what you were talking about, like how the victim mentality and anyway, but I think for sure one of them is just this idea that like that's for somebody else and it's not for me. Like that, what they have over there, and this is even beyond Shaklee. I think I have it a little bit like a scarcity mindset.
Their success.
And what's that?
Like their success, that they have this success, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they've got, like they achieved that goal or they achieved whatever it is. So it's almost like, why even bother kind of try, And I think, what was another one? I think just this umbrella of feeling stuck. I guess that could be an example of a fixed mindset.
I totally relate.
So,
I totally relate.
mm-hmm.
For years, I felt either God or the universe doesn't have that for me, that exponential growth. And I just went, no, that's a lie. That's evil. It's destructive. It still haunts me. I'm not loved. I'm not successful enough. I'm not gonna. It's just not growing fast enough. Those little things always haunt me every once in a while. How about you, Mark?
I think for me, it's that kind of like you were talking about, that negative feedback or criticism. I think criticism, it can be positive and it can be a good thing, but when it's negative, I think sometimes we tend to ignore the positive criticism and spend too much time focusing on the negative criticism. So, and then kind of, I think a second one that's big for me is just kind of the ghosts of the past, I guess you could say, especially with having a business that didn't go the way I wanted it to, and just kind of breaking out of that. It seems like every time past that, something else comes up and I realize how far I am yet to have to go to get out of that mindset.
Hey, Mark, I'm joining you in failed business here in about, let's see, 2 months from tomorrow. I will failed in my mattress business as well, if we call it a failure. So I'm joining you as well. Kelsey, do you have any examples of a fixed mindset from keeping your business growing, Kelsey?
Yeah, I would say kind of along the ones like Christine said, like being competitive and like not succeeding and being a failure. And I would also say like the overwhelming of like knowing everything within Shaklee. I think that like, I don't know if I just like psych myself out of it, but like, oh, I can't do it kind of thing. But if I feel like I just take it in like small increments and like, okay, I can do this and like learn everything about this and then go on to the next and the next. I think at first it was just like so overwhelming to me. I'm like, oh, I can't do this, kind of like thinking. I don't know.
That's excellent. I don't know if I'm making this up or I heard it before, but there's a paralysis by too much knowledge. Like I have to have a PhD or a master's or this, or I have to know more information. It becomes a paralysis, and oftentimes it'll sink us into a fixed mindset instead of just knowing, you know what, I'm going to learn one thing that I didn't know yesterday, and I'm going to apply it today, and that's going to make me successful. And so one of the things that we want to do is we want to make some easily bite-sized pieces for you guys so that tomorrow you can win and succeed. Second question, what does a growth mindset look for, kind of the flip? What does a growth mindset look like for you guys in your Shaklee business?
I think for me, it's really that embracing challenges and really keeping going no matter what. Mostly just because it seems like by the time I get my mind right and by the time I start lining everything else up, either my 9-to-5 job takes over or something comes up, and then I feel like I'm starting back at square one again.
Hey, Mark, I want to give you kudos for being a massive growth mindset. When you left the mattress industry, you worked 2 jobs for 2 years. That is a significant, instead of getting into a fixed mindset of going, gosh, I just failed, you just jumped forward and said, I'm going to grow and I'm going to provide for my family. I'm going to create a better future. So I want to give you kudos for those 2 years that you worked hard.
Not that you're not working
yes,
hard
exactly.
now.
Sorry. Kelsey or Emily or Brandon, what are some growth mindset examples that might tweak or throw your Shaklee business forward?
Just having the mindset that like sky's the limit, like nothing's holding you back except for yourself.
I mean, I'll agree with Kelsey. I mean, no one can hold you back. I mean, I have the hustler mentality. So, I mean, it's like if I try to present a question where someone can't give me that no answer. So, so definitely, I would say that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll share this briefly before Steve goes on the next part, but I've been in some of these Shackley like leadership Zoom calls, and I'm with people that are in the top rank of Shackley, and they're making, I don't know, $300,000 a month maybe, or something like that. I'm definitely not in that category, but I have to tell you, I feel like I'm a player in that category. I feel like now I could say I belong. Like I feel like, oh, I can do that. Like I have what it takes. And so, I definitely have grown in the last couple of years that, you know, I'm not worried. I'm intrigued and inspired by other people's success, and it helps me want to grow. And so that's changed from 2 years ago. So it really has been a cool thing to see that, yeah, I want to grow and I want to help you guys grow.
And the reason we do this every week is because we believe you guys can do that as well. Some of the folks in our upline, Don and Pat Semeka, sent out a monthly email, and they're the older generation. They are making a lot of money. But they send out this thing, and I see the ranks of people jumping forward, and I see those that are ahead of us, and I go, that's where we'll be. All of us will be there, and we're all going to take those steps there. Instead of going, gosh, I'm stuck at this level. We're stuck at 5,000 points per month, and I'm not seeing growth. So instead of going, nope, I'm going to be key coordinator soon, and by the time I'm 60, I'm going to be a master coordinator. And there's just certain things going, that's what I'm going to aim for. And so one of the things that you may have all heard this except Brandon, but I am 100% confident that if you do, along with and this is one of the tools is the stimulus plan that we talked about last week. If you do the 7 steps, and I'll just list them out here, we won't go through all of them tonight. If you do these 7 steps, and Brandon, this is new for you. If you spend time thinking about your dreams, your inspirations, and your goals within Shackley, that's the first thing. The second thing is evaluating what is my commitment going to be. And we're going to walk through that tonight. The third is creating a list of prospective sales. And then 4 is inviting people, sharing an opportunity for business and a life change. It's sponsoring people and then coaching them and teaching them to do others. If you do these 7 things in progression on a regular basis, I am 100% guarantee you and myself, our business will grow. And if, for example, I'm jumping all the way down to like step number 2 or 3. Whenever you evaluate a step going, well, I'm not teaching anybody. You've got to go up 1 level backwards. Well, then have you sponsored anybody? Or, well, I haven't really invited anybody. Well, I got to go back 1 step higher and go, well, I haven't actually created a list of people to invite. And then if I don't have a list of 30 to 50 people, hot, cold, warm, then I've got to look back and go, do I actually know my commitment level to this? Because I take it seriously. So that's why I want to walk through commitment. And there's basically 5 things that only you get to decide how much time, energy, soul power you put towards these things. But if you're going to build your Shackley business, you're going to have to commit some level to these 5 things. You've got to get to know the products. Mark, you started off with the Big Bang product box when you first came on. You got to know almost 100% of the Shackley products. A few new products have launched since. That's what you've got to do. If you're going to build a business around training, you've got to know your products. You got to know what a TRX band is. You got to know what an elliptical is. You got to know what weights are. You got to know your products. The second is you're going to have to invest some money. The minimum you're going to have to invest is probably about $175. Because Shackley's made it easier since when Mark joined and Emily's joined, nowadays you can start your Shackley business and multiply quickly within 2 product plans, the Immunity Plan and the Prove It Challenge that we talked about last week. If you do those 2 things and to become a distributor, it's about $175. That's a cheap way to learn product and to start a business. Time is one where you're going to have to decide. Emily's got a part-time job. Mark's got a full-time job. Sometimes I don't know if I have 5 jobs or 0. And you're going to have to evaluate, if I want my Shackley business to grow, what time can I place in it and then commit to it? The fourth is studying. You've got to refine, and this is in any job, any life skill, marriage, parenting, health and wellness. You've got to study to become an expert. I've been watching the Michael Jordan. Brandon, you've been watching that at all? The Last Dance?
We have been.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's really good. And I'm blown away. If you were to look at going, if Michael Jordan, and step one in the plan for success was have a dream goal, you can see it in there, what his dreams, goals, and aspirations were. His commitment list was, yeah, he lived this 5 to the T. And he studied and he sacrificed everything. If you want your Shaklee business to grow, if you want to be with some of these older codgers, but not wait until you're 60, 70, I'm starting later at 48 years old in my Shaklee business. Every single one of you is younger than me, so you've already got a jump start. By the time I'm 60, I want to be one of those master coordinators that's bringing in $300,000 to $500,000 and have a massive team of people that we're breathing life into and developing. Well, I have to evaluate today what my commitment is. Some of you have seen Chicken and Eggs. This is not from Breaking Bad. This is Chicken and Eggs. In all of your business, you've got to be looking for both of them. You've got to be looking for a chicken, and you've got to be looking for eggs. And so a chicken, 2 chickens are going. Mark, you might strike me as one that's growing chickens in your backyard. Do you have a chicken herd or a crop?
Maybe not growing chickens, but you're growing eggs.
Yeah.
We used to, but don't anymore.
So you struck me as one that says,
Have a chicken.
chicken coop. Now, behind it is having more chickens. They produce more eggs. And so we want to help you guys as you begin to look forward in your Shaklee business. Who are you looking for on your list to sponsor, to invite, to sponsor? You're looking for chickens, but you're also looking for eggs because chicken and eggs really help you multiply. Customers are your eggs. They're just buying product from you. They're buying a Prove It Challenge from you, changed their life. My sister bought a Prove It Challenge after she told me, nope, we're never going to do it. A month later, she goes, we're going to do it. It changed them. Sister's now become an egg, and she's now buying the 180 kit. Now she's going to follow it up, and she's going to be a regular consumer. She's an egg. Business leaders are you guys, your chickens. Because for every person that Brandon brings on in the business, Kelsey's business grows, and they both grow together. Emily, you were an egg for years, and then all of a sudden you said, you know what, to hell with being an egg, I'm a chicken. Right, Emily? You're on
Yes.
mute. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I need to leave because all my family just went, like, what? Be quiet. By the way, Brandon, is that a husky? Do you have a husky?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh, I was watching you. Look at this is my baby. Hi, Woody.
Let me scroll over to you. Hold on.
Can you see her?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's so sweet, right? I know. I was like, I love your husky. We're husky people. Okay. Yes, I was an egg for like, I don't know, 8 years, but I was like an active egg. I was like a yolk. I don't know. And then, my story is a little bizarro. But I basically needed some help, and a friend who was taking Shaklee was like, yes, the products really work. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try it again. So then I just ordered, and I think it was only like 2 months later, I was like, oh, I'll just sign up as a distributor.
And Emily's really close to becoming a director. She's on a consistent basis of 1,500 PVs. And Emily is really close to finding some chickens. That's when Emily is going to explode, because Emily is a phenomenal person at caring for people and loving on them. And so I can't wait to meet Emily's future chickens and all those eggs. And here's the thing. Sometimes those eggs, if you sit on them long enough and provide heat and pressure and love and gentleness and care, those eggs hatch into a wonderful chicken. And so Emily was that, and she really did it on her own. But over time, it changes. So for you guys, as a follow-up, we're at 30 minutes, and we always want to honor this really short and sweet. What is your next step in fixed mindset, growth mindset, or in the skill of commitment and sponsoring? We only touched on 2 items of the success for Shaklee. But what are some of your next steps?
Repeat that question one more time.
Yeah, Brandon, the next steps, and there's kind of basically 3 topics you can talk about. What's the next steps moving from fixed mindset to growth mindset? Or, oops, Christine just bumped on a button and took me away.
Oops, sorry.
I'm not sure where she went. Hold on. Back now. Question, what's your next step on fixed mindset and growth mindset concepts? Or what's your next step in the plan for success? And we talked about commitment today, and we talked about sponsoring and finding chickens and eggs. What's your next step?
I was gonna say find more chickens, but also eggs because I need eggs every month. So
both are extremely valuable.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say both chickens and eggs. Especially for me, I mean, my goal is to sign up for tomorrow to be a distributor and then get to work. So
awesome.
Yeah, be exciting to see where it takes off, Brandon. And yeah.
Any others?
I'd say both too.
And as you guys think about this, I'll send an email out, to you guys and to everyone else. And, I don't know if you guys care if I blind carbon or not blind carbon you on emails, whatever. Let me know if you do, and I'll. But I know we want to be a resource. So at any point, it's like, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm stuck. Steve and Christine, help me get unstuck. Or, okay, this is what I have now. Now what do I do? We never feel bothered at all that when you guys need any kind of help or motivation or whatnot. And I'll send an email out of some of the things happening in May, just because sometimes when our group does something, it's easy to plug people in. Because I feel like we're starting another Prove It Challenge kickoff on May 11th, the day after Mother's Day. And to me, right now, like for instance, Brandon, if you've got clients that are talking about, yeah, I need to get my summer body on, I need to lose weight, or I need energy, or I need to do a cleanse and re-kick, healthier habits. That is a great place for you to feel like you can funnel these clients, new customers into a group that we've dialed it in and they get a lot of extra support. So that's where you feel like you're in business, for yourself, but you're not alone. You're not by yourself. So I hope you always think that you're not by yourself. So
homework assignment. Week number 1 was dig into what the Shaklee stimulus plan is. Week 2 was how are you going to move your calendar? We talked about Stephen Covey's 4 quadrants of the time matrix management. How am I going to live in quadrant 2 and really tweak my calendar in quadrant 2? That's urgent items that aren't, that's important items that aren't urgent. This week's assignments are really evaluating, and we'll send you the image of growth mindset and fixed mindset. Where am I? And start throwing away those fixed mindsets. Just put them on paper, trash them away, and start creating them as growth mindsets. And the second part of your homework is, everybody said, gosh, I want chickens and eggs. So in the Shaklee plan for success, it's not brain surgery. If you don't have chicken and eggs, you got to go one level above it. And that was inviting people to the business opportunity. If you're inviting one person a month, the odds are you're going to get 0 chickens, maybe an egg. If you're inviting 10 people to a business opportunity every month, you might get 2 chickens and 4 eggs. So you work your way up. If I'm not inviting somebody to a business presentation or a product presentation, then I've got to go back up the list, up the steps and go, okay, who is on my list? Do I even have a list that I'm cultivating through networks, through church groups, through clients, through other people? No one is hanging out in the park right now, so it can't be through, I bumped into somebody at the bar. That's just not good. So you got to get creative with your lists. If you don't have a list, then you got to go back one step higher and go, what's my commitment level to this? I want chicken and eggs, but I've actually done nothing to produce chicken and eggs. So evaluate time, money, product, sacrifice, energy, study, those things. And if I haven't done that, then you got to go back and go, what are my dreams, goals, and aspirations? So each of us, but I have to do that all the time. I have to reevaluate those things all the time. So that's your second homework assignment, saying where am I and why am I in those things? And so next week we have a special guest, Roger Hill. He is our West Coast regional, Kelsey that was one of the first people she met.
Family
the
talked to
Shackley world.
Roger.
And
Yeah, at that Mexican.
so Roger's going to come join us, and we're going to give him the floor and have Q&A. If you have questions, and we want to leave next week as a Q&A and time for him, so we'll probably do less on content, more on Roger. And you get to pepper Roger as being one of the voices directly to Roger Barnett in Shackley.
And one thing I will say, I'll probably ask Roger why Shackley, because he's been in the network marketing business and world, and he'll say why Shackley. And it's cool to hear from a different perspective. Yeah.
So fourth homework assignment, if there's 3, 4, 5, whatever we gave, is if you think you want to have somebody understand what Shackley's about, we'll make sure Roger says why Shackley next week. So you can invite him to this call.
I'll email you guys the to-dos so you don't forget.
Okay, Brandon's got s'mores going on, maybe a cigar.
Oh. Nah, no cigar. Just a glass of Hennessy. That's all.
Awesome. You guys, love you guys.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on. Enjoy the warmer weather all around the Western United States.
Thank you, guys.
It's nice meeting talking to everybody.
See you, Mark.
It was nice to meet you, Brandon.
thanks.
Where are you a trainer at, by the way?
It's Greenwood in the DTC area off I-25 in Orchard.
Oh, okay, but like which,
Cool.
is it just like a gym or what?
It's a gym, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's a rich
Big gym.
Okay.
people gym.
Okay.
Is
Nice.
that about right, Brandon?
That sounds about right.
And what's your puppy's name? What's your puppy's name?
Aspen.
Oh,
Where are you, Aspen?
You had a yellow lab named Aspen.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Aspen.
I had friends that always ask me, how's your Aspen? And they would laugh. So,
Is she a boy or a girl? Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Oh,
What's
she's
yours?
Cute.
cute. A girl. We have ours
Nice.
is Luna.
Oh, nice.
Little Luna. We brought her home on a full moon, unbeknownst to us, when we decided on the name.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she's so cute. I love her.
Okay, we'll have to definitely get together with all of us. Mark, you'll just have to come to Colorado.
Yeah.
I'll do that anytime.
Chips.
when we clear this crazy thing, we'll see you guys soon.
Okay.
Have a good
Sounds
night.
good.
No, good. Thanks.
Okay,
Bye,
guys. Have a
guys.
good night.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Christine.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.